It's just the same old, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. This is a time of year that things get really quiet. And then we start to get picking up by mid-June. You know, those afternoon thunderstorms turn severe and bring us the much-needed rainfall, but also bring us a chance for more fires, too. You know, we have to get into the season a little bit more. Not until July, really, to get out of this situation, I think. It's going to take a while. This burn ban could last up until July 4th. You know, a lot of people may not be able to do the fireworks like they have in the past. We'll see how it plays out. You know, there's always a possibility of a little tropical disturbance or tropical depression. That's what we want to keep it at that level. We don't want any storms, but obviously that would help out tremendously here in terms of bringing some rainfall to an area that's in extreme drought in some cases, especially inland. Van Wezel webcam showing fair skies overhead and just a high cirrus clouds every once in a while streaming on by. Beautiful conditions out there in the bay, and different story though over parts of the central U.S. where there is a fairly significant storm system taking shape right now, producing severe weather and tornadoes in Oklahoma, Arkansas, and some rough weather into Texas tonight. That's where the main action will be. It'll shift into the lower Mississippi Valley tomorrow, and eventually that front weakens before it reaches us, as it has been all winter and spring. Watches and warnings, we mentioned this earlier. This is where, again, we have the little issue with the red flag warning, which will be in effect until 8 o'clock. It'll be back with us again tomorrow afternoon, beginning just after 1. 85 degrees, that's the current temp, and the winds are out of the west-northwest at 14. The pressure's still high, but it is falling ever so slightly right now. And the high today, 88. Yesterday was 88, today 88, and normal high 85. The record 92. This morning's low was right at the average of 66 degrees. And that deficit continues to be now over 9 inches now at the Sarasota-Braden Airport, 9 inches below average for the year. The forecast tomorrow may be a little bit more cloudiness around, temperatures a little bit cooler too, because we're going to see a steady west wind. We're never really going to get that big warm up like we've seen over the past couple of days. It'll be out of the west and southwest. It'll start off very light tomorrow, light and variable, then it'll pick up out of the west fairly early, and that will keep temperatures into the low to mid 80s for the most part for high temperatures tomorrow. That area of low pressure continues to work its way through Oklahoma right now, heading off toward Arkansas. This will continue to move off to the east, and then the associated cold front trailing from it will get close to the panhandle of Florida on Saturday, and for us late Saturday afternoon. But right now the big storms east of Dallas, moving away from Dallas, and there are several severe thunderstorm watch boxes in effect all across that region. One tornado warning now just north of Tulsa, as that is a warning, meaning a Doppler indicated tornado on the ground, pushing off toward the northeast, possibly in that area. The high pressure that's been dominating our weather is going to shift off to the east and southeast, and when that happens, we get a return flow of southwest, and that brings a little bit more moisture back into play, and that'll be in place when the front moves through, but there's just not enough energy with the front to produce any widespread rainfall. This particular model indicating that late afternoon and evening is when we'll see our chance, and our chances are not all that great, and temperatures aren't expected to cool all that much behind it. For boaters tomorrow, not bad out there, a light chop on the bays and inland waters, and winds out of the southwest at 10 knots. Water temperature warming up, 82 degrees, UV index at 11. Low tide upcoming 8:56, and a high tide at 3 a.m. And the forecast mostly fair and warm, 69 for your low tomorrow, mostly sunny and mid 80s for highs, 84 degrees, southwest winds 10 to 15. The extended forecast calling for delightful weather on Sunday, Mother's Day. Looks to be good. Saturday, maybe an increase in clouds and temperatures into the mid 80s.